Hi students, welcome to my channel. In last video we have seen average speed and average velocity. Now in this video let us learn about instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous speed is the speed at an instant, at a point. If you are going from your home to college, the total distance divided by total time will give us average speed. But instantaneous speed is your speed at an instant. For example, you are starting at home at 8 o'clock, you are reaching the college at 8:30. So, in between, your speed at an instant, for example, you say 8:10. So, speed at 8:10 is the instantaneous speed. So, speed at a point. So, when we are finding speed at a point, let us first write speed formula. Speed formula, distance upon time. So, distance generally can be represented by s divided by t, s by t. But when we are going from one place to another place, distance keeps on changing. Generally we write delta s upon delta t. Delta t is the time interval. Delta s is the distance traveled. So now instantaneous speed is the speed at a point. So time taken to cross that point will be very small. So time interval will be very small while calculating instantaneous speed. So we write the condition limit delta t tends to be 0. So limit delta t tends to be 0 means time interval is very small, going to be 0, not 0, almost 0. So when you are finding speed at a particular point, so time taken to cross, we take a very small distance. That distance divided by that small time interval will give us average speed. Now this can also be written, delta s upon delta t can also be written. When delta t is very small, delta t can be replaced by dt. So dt, d stands for small time interval difference. So dt. When time interval is very small, distance traveled also will be very small. So delta s also can be represented by ds. When these intervals are small, we write dt ds. So ds upon dt is the instantaneous speed. Let us write instantaneous velocity. Same definition. So velocity is the total displacement upon total time will give us average velocity. But instantaneous velocity is the velocity at an instant. So again same formula, velocity formula, s upon t or delta s upon delta t can be written. Delta t is the time interval, delta s is the displacement. But when we are finding instantaneous velocity, velocity at a point. When we are finding velocity at a point, we take a very small time interval, small displacement. So we write limit delta t tends to be 0. So when this time interval is very small, the displacement also will be very small. So when small intervals are taken, we write ds upon dt. So instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity formulas are same, ds by dt and ds by dt. Now in general motion we say speed is always greater than or equal to velocity, but when you are finding an instantaneous speed and instantaneous velocity, both are always equal. Why? Because instantaneous speed is the speed at a point, instantaneous velocity is the velocity at a point. So there are no long displacement or large displacement, so we will not get different values for both. Instantaneous speed is always equal to instantaneous velocity. Let us do a problem based on instantaneous speed. If distance traveled by a particle is given by s equal to 2t cube plus 3t, then find speed at t equal to 2 seconds. Here t is the time. So speed at 2 seconds, you should understand speed at 2 seconds is the instantaneous speed. Then instantaneous speed formula. ds by dt. ds by dt is the formula for instantaneous speed. Then d by dt of s can be written given 2t cube plus 3t. Now let us open the bracket. So d by dt of 2t cube, 2 is constant, can be written outside, 2 into dt cube by dt plus d by dt of 3t, 3 is constant, so 3 into d by dt of t. Right? Here we need differentiation formula. Differentiation is a separate topic that we learn again in another video. Now let us use the formula differentiation d by dx of x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1. So this is the differentiation formula that we need to use here. So d by dx of x power n equal to n into x power n minus 1. In the place of x, here t is given. In the place of n, 3 is given. According to that formula, we can write 2 into n into x power n minus 1. Here n value is 3. So 3 into t power, here x power, here t power, n minus 1, 3 minus 1 plus 3 into, here it is dt directly we can cancel, it becomes 1. So 2 into 3t square plus 3. This 2 is multiplying only this term. Then this equation we can write V instantaneous equal to, so 2 into 3, 6 t square plus 3. They are asking speed at t equal to 2 seconds. T equal to 2 we need to substitute here. 2 square 4, 4 into 6, 24, 24 plus 3, 27. If S is given in meters, then you can write the units meter per second as a unit for speed. Next, let us define acceleration. Acceleration is represented by A. It is defined as the change in velocity per unit time. Acceleration is change in velocity. So change means final minus initial always. If V1 is initial velocity, V2 is final velocity. V2 minus V1 is the change in velocity divided by change in time interval. So V2 minus V1 upon T2 minus T1 is the formula for acceleration. Then what can be unit for acceleration? Numerator velocity is measured in meter per second. Time is measured in second. So we can write meter per second into second, second square. Now V2 minus V1 can also be written delta V, change in velocity. Delta stands for change in velocity, change in V, divided by T2 minus T1 can be written delta T. So delta V upon delta T is the formula for acceleration. A equal to delta V upon delta t. Now let us define instantaneous acceleration. So, instantaneous acceleration is the acceleration of a particle at an instant at a point. Instantaneous acceleration is the acceleration of a particle at an instant at a point. So, we can write, so change in velocity we write as dv divided by dt, because at a particular point change in velocity will be very small. So delta v will be very small. When there is a small change, we can write dv, and a small time interval can be written dt. So dv by dt is the formula for instantaneous acceleration.